Okay, hello there, everyone. Well, it is time for the unfortunate scenario where we have to hit the books. We gotta hit the books because there's so much you can do by playing based on vibes. So, I gotta figure out what I need to do before EVO. And as I was thinking about what I needed to do, I realized one thing, which is I am not really, how would I put it? I'm not really thinking of Street Fighter like Street Fighter, if that makes sense. Because, at least as far as offense goes, like, I completely understand. Hey, it's rock, paper, scissors. Treat it like rock, paper, scissors. However, on defense, I don't treat things like rock, paper, scissors. I treat things like, well, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, try to feel it out. Hopefully things work out for me. That somehow will, win for me. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Turns out in a game where offense is rock, paper, scissors based, that defense as well is sort of in that case scenario. And so I need to just understand what are my good defensive options that I just need to look out for, particularly with certain characters, and go with that. Because the amount of times where I'm just getting smoked by Jinrai, Light Hasho Gekis, Akuma's Drive Rush into, heavy, I forgot what the move is called, but it's the quarter circle back heavy punch, so it basically, does a sort of DJ-esque sway move, so I decided I was tired of getting smoked. And so I need to really hunker down and just play the game and learn at a level that is at least more competent. So what we're going to be doing today, it's not going to be very fun, but it's going to be a lot of studying. It's going to be me just trying to look at replays of each of these characters, looking up guides on how to do sort of techniques against them, taking a look at some of the replays of high level and low level, just so I can kind of get a grasp of things. And, maybe looking at specific matches where hopefully, I could see or I could find, like Big Bird going up against a Ryu player, or Gachikun going up against an Akuma, things like that. So let's go ahead and start with YouTube, the place to be when you need to go ahead and steal content from other people. Alright, well, let's go ahead and
same old phone?
This video.
Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Turn down the volume there.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Maybe I should shell out for YouTube Premium, but I don't know. I don't really want to have another subscription I have to get. Alright. So let's go ahead. We're going to be looking out for Ryu first, then Ken, then Akuma. And we're going to just take a look and see what's the most, common thing that's going on with Ryu. Looking at multiple replays, then taking a look at some of his frame data, and seeing, where we go from there. So
let us begin.
Let me have some fun.
Round one.
Okay, so this Ryu particularly playing somewhat slow. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's gonna be pretty annoying then. So what I am seeing from the at least the first round here. So we see at least this Ryu, he's peppering his opponent with fireballs in this mid-range space. You know, throwing out some normals and then going for the Hashogeki to bait out the parry. So does that mean that I should generally just block against Ryu and not go for parry? Well, let's see here. Trying to. Alright. Fireball. Spam mid-range. Bait parry with whiff show. Okay. Maybe I should. It's gonna be a little annoying of a font choice. Ugh. Very small. Is there a way to bolden this bad boy? Bold, text transform, okay. Not bold italics. Man, you would think I would have a better understanding of how to do this Twitch thing by now, but I am not very good at it. Alright, you know what? That's probably a good visibility there. Alright, so Light Hashogeki uses that forward, probably forward heavy kick. And it goes into the sequence here where it goes to standing medium kick into standing light kick there. Yeah, he's just peppering him in the corner with fireballs. Okay. Okay, so he seems to be going for the same MO here. Fireball mid-range and then to forward heavy. And I'm just gonna get his offense here. What's Ryu player gonna do? Okay, he gets smoked this round. Alright. Next one. Not the ads.
Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Oh, God.
Cascade Platinum Plus has a grease
Super annoying, man. I didn't think that the whole YouTube is gonna start rolling out longer ads, but once I saw that 6 seconds instead of the 5, that's when I knew we were cooked. All right, back to the game again. Ryu just whiffing. Right. So at least with this Ryu, he doesn't seem to be very adamant in trying to burn out the Luke. Oh, thank you very much, Case. I will hopefully figure out and do that the next time for tomorrow. But hope your day is good, man. I'm just here sitting, trying to learn how to beat some Ryu here. Okay, so that Ryu player really loves to go for what I'm assuming is forward heavy kick. A lot of forward heavy kick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that'll probably have to be one of the things that it's gonna be so annoying. But effectively is that I'll probably just have to wait and just take the Hadoukens from Ryu and not try to parry them, and then just look out for the whiff Hashogeki. Then Solar Plexus, I should probably also put that in there. Forward Heavy Punch. Okay. Oops. Yeah, okay. Checkmate. Alright. Okay, Reed tries to jump out. He's getting throw looped. Is there anything crazy Ryu can do special, or does he just have the regular sorts of options that are available to everyone on defense? Okay. I also, you know what? I might as well just put it in here because it's just showing up in this match slot. Forward heavy punch. Punch. A lot of use as well. So, forward heavy punch, forward heavy kick probably are what the buttons are, and they've been seeing a lot of use from this player here. And death. Oh no! Alright, well, I mean, that's fine there. So, forward and then just standing heavy punch too. I wonder how active that is. Heavy punch. What the fuck? I guess maybe Luke was trying to go for some crazy button there. What's this one? Well, I'm sure they're probably negative on that because it hit, so Luke was just pressing when he shouldn't be.
Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant depression. You take one
Man, why do they have to buff Ryu like this? Now I have to actually learn about all his belligerent shit. Why couldn't things just be him, you know, being like pretty good but not that great? Why couldn't he just stick to being the guy who's just the worst version of Ken and Akuma? Why do we have to deal with this monster right now? Okay, so what's that block string sequence? Okay, so we went drive rush, standing medium punch, standing heavy punch. He went to Hashogeki. Wonder what level Hashogeki that is. He then goes to crouching fierce into EX Hashogeki. Then he gets the trade there. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong drive meter. Whoops. Oh my lord. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. I mean, I know Ryu has a good amount of drive gauge damage that he can do to the opponent, but that's fucking... That's pretty ridiculous right there. So we see here Luke is at like 3-ish bars here. Ryu gets the standing medium punch already. With that block string sequence, he's down to half his bar. And then he would have gone into burnout if Chris Wong didn't get imperfect parry there. Ugh, God. Does that mean that I have to be... I guess I might as well just tap parry during his block string, because I'm just gonna lose my drive meter if I let him do all that on me with no response. So it's tap parry during block strings. And of course, the good old donkey kicks in burnout, making your life miserable. Okay, yeah, he wins it. On to the next game. Okay, so we went for another whiff Hashogeki again. Okay, that's gonna be important. He went light kick into probably heavy Hashogeki there. Man, if only they had inputs on these replays right now, that would be much more convenient. And then he tried to go for crouching medium kick, it looks like. Yeah, he went for crouching medium kick. Then jab. Guess no, not like four frame again after Hasho Geki. Some sort of like fast 4-frame move that I need to just interrupt Ryu with. More than likely, I probably shouldn't do it when he's being very, very particular with his frames. So if the Ryu player probably just sticks with, you know, jab or whatever, then yeah, I won't try to interrupt with my own 4-frame jab. But if they are going for stuff like, you know, crouching medium kick or another heavy punch, then I should probably also take a look at that. Dog. Man. Is that... It's gonna be so annoying, too. Is there just no real... Ooh, okay. Okay. Alright. Another option there. DI Hasho loops. So, or you know what? DI Hasho loops after normal. Got it. But as I was saying, it's gonna be super annoying because I don't know if realistically I can whiff punish the, you know, some annoying stuff like his donkey kicks or even his whiff solar plexus or his forward heavy punch. Perfect parry and a death. Okay. Mm-hmm. More of this mid-range fireball stuff. Okay. Can you whiff punish? Can you whiff punish forward heavy kick? That seems way too fast. Ah, man. So many moves, but for you, it seems almost impossible to whiff punish them. So Plexus. Not death. Alright. Shimmied, okay. What's the Ryu gonna do? Okay. I also probably should take some special notes as well of like Ryu's Oki setups. So the one that was here, right, which was some sort of combo ender into heavy Shoryuken. He probably gets like +2, +3 in this scenario after the double dash. Let's see, is there any other Oki combos I should be worried about? See here. What does he get off of this? Okay. So it looks like he does a lot of drive rush, standing medium punch, so there must be something there. Probably a lot of good active frames on it. Let's see how Blaz plays. Blaz, or you know what, Cramming's probably another good equivalent.
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
Okay. He didn't double dash that time. Maybe he doesn't have the frames if he hits the Shoryuken with him being on the ground still, probably. Okay. Yep. Gotta start adding that to my gameplay. Just DIing. If I think they're gonna try to do Hashogeki after their normal. And death. So what I'm also noticing, you know, it's probably the matchup, but Cramming isn't as fireball spammy in the neutral, but that's probably because of the fact that he's playing against Akuma, who probably has a better fireball game compared to Ryu. Okay, so he's starting to do it now. Ooh, that's kind of dirty. Okay. Damn. Okay. So that's another thing to look out for. Let's see. What's the best way to word it? Checking drive rush might cancel into H donkey kick. Damn, he also has something like Akuma's quarter circle back heavy punch as well in drive rush. I wonder if the frame data is varied depending on how much at the tip Ryu hits with his forward heavy punch. Let's say it does look like if you are Ryu, you might need to raw drive rush to get Oki instead of trying to, or at least in the mid screen here. Obviously in the corner, you can probably not use drive rush to get Oki, but oh man, oh wow, Jesus, how much was that? Okay, Sublize. Okay, I thought it was worse than it really was, but Cramming basically took away about most of like a bar and a half of his drive meter with that giant combo there. It's not as bad as I would have thought. And death. Actually, you know what? It's probably because it's a true block string at this point. That's Crouching Fierce and EX Hashogeki into Crouching Fierce into Light Hashogeki, it looks like. Yeah, it might be light. So I guess the DI call out can only really occur if he goes into like normal, into heavy or medium Hashogeki then.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey, Meta, remind me where I parked my car.
You're parked in lot 19.
Yeah, I'm cramming. I'm cramming, unfortunately. You know, EVO is in like less than 2 weeks right now. I mean, I fly out to EVO on Thursday morning, and so I'm doing at least 3 of the Shotos because my thought process is that, well, you know, a good chunk of their normal should be like relatively within the same ethos of like, you know, like all of their standing heavy punches are pretty far reaching and a good button to use. They have their crouching medium kicks, you know, decent fireballs, things like that. But for sure, I'm probably just gonna have to start stacking more and more characters each stream. because what is it? I have technically, so there's 4 days this week that I'll be streaming, and then I can stream for 3 days because I fly out Thursday. So that means I have about 7 days to learn. How many characters in Street Fighter now? It's probably like around 30. 7 days. At around minimum, I would say I have to learn like 5 to 4 characters per day. So yeah, that's why I'm basically cramming. I should have done this like way. Well, first off, I should have done this at the start of Street Fighter 6. There is no excuse for me not doing this in the first place when the game first came out. But even with that, I should have done this specifically before EVO starts. You know, like at least a month or two prior, right? Because I'm as much as I would hope that this cram session would help me, I'm probably gonna forget everything during the tournament. Or I might not even run into these characters. I might just get scrubbed out by, like, a modern Lily player, you know? It's like, well, all that work just to be hit with the, you know, not with the control scheme that I'm not going to prepare for. I'm not going to even, like, attempt to learn what certain modern characters do, because that's just a waste of time for me. And then also with a character that against characters that I probably, you know, am not gonna be super in tune with learning, since I don't view them as being particularly good right now. But you know, still, it's definitely a possibility. My entire run gets killed by a modern Lily player and then a modern Guile player, you know. I mean, I have like a general understanding of like some of the characters as far as I played them, cause what is it? You saw the stream where I just kind of dabbled with Akuma in casual matches. I think that's definitely one way of learning. It's just right now, I think for me, what's best is trying to at least get a general idea of how some of the characters play. From like an outside perspective in a way, and then what is it? And then actually like probably training a little bit more on my Rashid, because yes, I am still planning on using Rashid for EVO, because that's pretty much the only character that I'm like fairly like competent in. Every other character, I mean Terry might be okay, but I'm not confident. There's very little situations where if my Rashid can't do it, then like I'm highly doubtful that my Terry will be able to clutch it out. So yeah.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably... that's definitely looks like a true block string. Oh my lord. Crouching Fierce, EX Shogeki into another Crouching Fierce into... So I guess, is it a guess at that point? Well, I don't think it's really a guess. I don't see if... Because if it is a true block string, then what would be the harm in trying to mash DI if he goes for Crouching Fierce Hashogeki, or Crouching Fierce into Light Hashogeki? I'm wondering. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much checkmate at this point. Oh. Ooh, actually. Oh, no. Okay. Man. If his ability, what is it called? Because you know how with certain characters, with their burnout pressure, they have to find a way to get back into the opponent's face. So for Terry, he probably has to do, you know, like crouching medium kick into crouching heavy kick target combo into the light crack shoot. If Ryu can just get back in by sacrificing, you know, a couple bars of meter to, you know, EX Hashogeki the opponent, that is unreal. That is unreal. Because it probably doesn't require Ryu to pose any risks for himself if he doesn't need to, you know, what's it called? If he goes into like a, what am I trying to say? Essentially, with Terry, right, you're risking the crouching medium kick because you're not frame perfect on the frame advantage there, so you're risking something. Whereas with Ryu, if he can go in with EX Hashogeki, it probably is still like a block string that the opponent can't really get out of. Well, either way, I guess the answer is just don't go into burnout against Ryu, which is going to be quite the tall ask. All right, there it is. Okay, so you just have to be looking out for it then, or maybe you just have to have young man reactions like Balaz there, trying to punish whiffed forward heavy punch. Oh my lord, what the hell was that? He gets counter hit Hashogeki'd, which launches Akuma in the air. Drive rush cancel into medium, crouching heavy, and a donkey kick into Shoryuken. Oh my lord. Oh god, is that the risk reward system that Ryu has? If I attempt to defend against Hashogeki that what's it called, involves me pressing a button and I get counter hit, I just die? Okay. I need to... Be careful of counter hit Shogeki. Okay, that was certainly a lot. Certainly a lot. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to need to bring up the good old Street Fighter 6. Let's see here. Then on top of that, let's just check out Super Combo Wiki here. Ooh, 4 active frames, 5 active frames on the standing heavy.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, 6 forward heavy kick there. Where's the solar plexus? There it is, solar plexus. +3 on hit, man. +3 on hit. I mean, +3 on block. Alright. You know what? We should probably at least get some sort of nice little audio going on here. Pow Pow Cafe. One of the best themes in Street Fighter 6. Okay, where is Ryu? Okay. So, go ahead, let's move these notes here. Okay. So let's just kind of experiment here with Ryu. Well, where is the takeover button? Oh, man, and the standing heavy punch moves him forward like that? Crazy. All right. That's not Ashogeki. That's Donkey Kick. There it is. Okay. So, maybe I should do it backwards. Oh, okay. -6 there. -3. +2. Which means I can go for maybe a jab and a Hashogeki. So let's try this. Let's try to go for a block string. And then go from there. Okay. Okay. Does that work? Is it punish counter? It doesn't say that. Okay, there we go. So there's punish counter. Okay, so man. So I don't have enough time after the Lighthouse Shogeki because he can just DI right after. All right, what else do I have? Okay, so I can maybe look out for a perfect parry there. Okay. So, perfect parry is certainly an option. Let's see what else is there. I should probably take a look at these buttons here. Okay. Oh, he's -4 on block. But I'm assuming that... Oh, Lord. Man, has more range than his crouching medium kick. Who would have guessed? Moves him forward. Ugh, man. This character is becoming more and more of a nightmare than I thought. Oh, Lord. Whew. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Need to switch over. Okay. So, seems like a pretty generous amount of time for you to be able to whiff punish it. But I probably need to go for a standing heavy kick though, because my standing heavy punch is not very far reaching. Okay. Okay. So, pretty generous whiff punish time there. So, but I mean, Ryu players are probably not going to spam that, you know, that much, right? Let's see here. Then we have to learn about some donkey kicking. I believe we need to learn a little bit about some donkey kicking. Let's see. Okay. Another W for standing heavy kick, maybe? That seems like it. I need to be a little bit more patient and wait for the donkey kick to come. Oh my lord, Jesus. Okay. So it seems to me that standing heavy kick is probably the most consistent option that I should probably be looking for against pretty much with forward heavy kick, with solar plexus, and with donkey kick. Might end up being probably the best case scenario for me. Man. But I still have to be kind of fast with the standing heavy kick, though. All right. Well, besides that, what else was there? Besides that, drive rush, wash up loops. Okay, tap parry to block strings. Fireball spam mid range. A lot of forward heavy kick. I think the other one that I should probably just be looking at is standing fierce, maybe. I wonder. Obviously, you can interrupt that. All right. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Whoops. All right. Whoopsie daisies. Gotta turn off some of these options. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I wonder. So does that mean I can kind of option select it then? If I go for crouching jab? Because it doesn't seem like I can get counter hit. Ooh, okay. All right. That's some good knowledge there. So if he goes for fierce and goes into any well, let's see what happens if he goes into medium Hashogeki though. Does it change if he goes to medium Hashogeki? Whoops. Okay, alright, so then I think I can mash crouching jab. Okay, so I can mash crouching jab if he tries to go for like heavy punch into any of the Hashogekis. Kind of an option select in that I can interrupt his heavy Hashogeki. And if I try to mash on his medium or light Hashogeki, there's not enough time for me, or how would I put it? I guess it's a true block string, so I can't jab out of it. Okay. That's good to know. So I can mash jab on that. Let's see here. So we learn standing heavy kick. Probably going to be the best whiff punishing tool to go against forward heavy punch, forward heavy kick, and whiffed heavy donkey kick in neutral. Mash jab crouching jab at least. When going up against, I guess, Fierce, standing Fierce into Hashogekis, any of them, it'll work. Does it change, actually, if he does EX? Let's see here. So first, let's just see what the frame advantage is looking like if it's EX Hashogeki. Whoops, not the right one. Not the right one either. So, +3. He's +3 on that. If he's +3, then could I not jab interrupt that? Because Crouching Fierce for Ryu is 9 frames, so 6 framers, so I can mash jab. What's the worst that he can get off of a counter hit jab? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm distracting myself, so let's just go ahead. EX Hashogeki. Light Hashogeki. Wait a minute, did I not? Whoops, okay. EX. Whoops. Okay. You know what also I just noticed? Where's my Pow Pow Cafe? Oh wait, I have to do it for the screen, don't I? Alright, you know what? We're just gonna deal with this anyway. Okay, so go ahead. Sweet. Wrong. Oh no. Alright. Annoying. Annoying. Wrong one. Not tight enough. Nope. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that punish countered. That means I have to be mashing DI at that point, right? Because let's say that I was a little bit off. Alright, that didn't work. Okay, yeah, I would basically have to be mashing DI at that point, because any kind of delay, he would have enough time. Even that, right? That wasn't fast enough. There we go. Okay. So, since he's +3, then he can go for either Jack. Can he do? Let me see here. So let's try to go ahead and see here. So no, he's too far away. Okay. Actually. Maybe I should stop trying to. Okay. So I guess I'm not in threat of the throw here. Unless if he wants to walk a little bit forward, but even then I'm not sure if that's really possible for him. Let's see, so let's just try to go ahead and do the string again. Go ahead and try to do the string again. Okay. Nope. Too soon. Well, that actually it does work. It does work like that. So that's one recording here. Just make sure. All right. So that's that. Is this the one where I have the Lighthouse Shogeki stuff? No. Okay. So we have to re-record number 8 here. There we go. So let's just go ahead. I think I have to walk up slightly if I want to do that. I have to walk up slightly. Alright. Okay, so that should be fine. Alright, so let's see. So the option in a scenario where they land Crouching Fierce EX Shogeki, the two situations are they either go for walk up grab maybe and jab or some sort of frame, you know, frames, not perfect, but mathematically they're using their frames correctly. And so they go for something like a jab, which will beat anything that I do. So let's see. So let's see if delay teching might beat both options. So beat that. That wasn't delay tech. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I suppose delay teching that specific strain also probably works fine. But is that the best defensive option? Because okay, let's look at it from this perspective here. So already, if I take that, see here, what's the drive gauge looking like if I do this? Whoops, wrong. This is 1. Okay, so I take about almost 2 bars of my drive gauge. Almost 2 bars of my drive gauge. Let's say that I were to go ahead immediately. Okay, so it's probably not worth it to drive reversal because... Oh, hey, thanks, man. Definitely annoying that my hair was pretty long. One of the annoying things is that the glasses and the hair combination with the long sideburns gets in the way so much. So really the haircut is always in accordance with me getting rid of my sideburns. But yeah, oh, thanks for the shout outs on my haircut, dog. Okay. Oh my lord, we only have about 50 minutes left and we're still on Ryu. Okay. So, to recap, I guess it's better than nothing. Standing heavy kick, best button to whiff punish against Ryu. Mash jab is fine if they do like far fierce or standing fierce into any Hashogekis. I can just mash crouching jab and I'll hit the heavy Hashogeki, and my jab won't come out if it's going to be medium or light. And then what else is there? Oh yeah, and then with the Hashogeki, the crouching fierce EX Hashogeki stuff, I guess I can just delay tech and that should be fine. So if I parry, I risk the throw, which might just end up doing more. Well, I mean, it is going to do more damage because I'm just going to be blocking the everything here. I guess I would take a throw, but still, it's probably better than taking drive gauge damage and a throw. And at best, I lose like almost 2 bars of drive meter. Yeah, I guess that's like a whatchamacallit. That's gonna be something that I'm willing to deal with, unfortunately. Alright, so Ryu, first one down, and now we have to let's get this guy out of the way. Alright. But anyway, though, Ryu down. Now we have to actually cram Akuma and Ken here. So, who should we see? Who's Tokido? I don't know if Tokido hasn't been running too hot lately. Who's been like a? I can't think of any Kens that have done well. You know what? Ryukichi. Let's look up Ryukichi here. That's not Ken. Alright, there we go. Man, if only there was a way to... Well, you know what? Maybe I can add multiple notes here. Notes here, let's see. It's very big. Probably need to tone it down a bit. Bold. Okay. That should be fine. Notes can.
Come on.
Alright, so I also have a general idea of Ken. I guess some of the major things is probably actually learning how to deal with Jinrai. Because I'm still guessing on Jinrai. I wonder, is that a spacing trap? So, yeah, that looks like a spacing trap. Okay. So if they go for heavy follow-up on the Jinrai here, do not press button. There's not anything that I'll probably be able to hit with at that range. So, after... Not heavy Jinrai, but Jinrai heavy follow-up. Spacing trap. Alright, and then classic throw loops. You whiff the standing heavy punch meaty, probably. And then that's just a punish on lariat. I guess I should also make note of that. You could just DI the whiff lariat on Zangief. I'll probably have to keep a note of that for the future. I wonder in general if this is still going to be like a decent studying, because I'm not sure if Ken players play the matchup or just play in, differently because they are going up against Zangief here. A lot of standing medium kicks though, that's for sure. And death. See, what's the sequence here that allowed him to... It's a lot of pokes, crouch and medium punch, drive check with the standing medium kick. Yeah, just using a lot of normals there to beat out Zangief. Yep, double dash into strike throw. You know, realistically speaking, it probably is. And you know, like, again, like, realistically speaking, I probably shouldn't even be looking at like high level, you know, like top 100 in the world gameplay. I should probably be looking at gameplay of people in, you know, like mid 1500s to like maybe 1700 MR, you know, because of the fact that that's more than likely the type of opponent I'll get in my bracket. And also on top of that, you know, yeah, the replay takeover feature. But I think for me, what I want to see is just like the gameplay flow and seeing how like the match plays out, and then just kind of translating that into training mode, because sometimes it's kind of hard for me when I am doing like replay takeover. How would I put it? It's hard for me to replay takeover a character that's not mine, right? If that makes sense. Like I rarely replay takeover my opponent's side, just because I'm more in the mindset of, well, what could Rashid do here? So that's why I kind of just default, if I want to learn other characters or how to play against other characters, I just immediately go for like the YouTube replays of top level players. But certainly probably not the most effective way of going about it, for sure. But yeah, I mean, from what I am seeing here, I think this is just like regular Ken sort of gameplay. I'm not seeing anything that's that I'm like, how would I put it, I'm being knowledge checked by. It seems as though that it's just relatively like standard fare, and if I'm losing to Ken, it's because I'm it's either I don't know how to deal with Genrai, which is probably the only thing I really need to brush up on, or I'm just losing neutral in general. So yeah, like that, you know, like most of that round, I don't really see anything that Ken was like gimmicking out the Zangief. It was just the Zangief was whipping buttons and what's it called, Ken punishing accordingly. Alright, well that's death. Oh, no, that wasn't death. That's death. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I think it's our time with Ken is better spent, especially in a time crunch scenario. We're just gonna learn how to deal with Jinrai. How to beat Jinrai. Oh God, that's right. I'm trying to remember. I don't think Jinrai got touched in any of the patches that I remember. Maybe. Okay. You know what? I'll correctly use encounter Jinrai.
Beats Jinrai. Jinrai dead. Jinrai maybe not so broken after all. Okay, so Jinrai guy, you want to win, and you don't want to do much fucking effort. So that's why we Jinrai. Okay, so obviously, to start off, the best Jinrai in my opinion, is crouch and medium kick into Jinrai. So you do crouch and medium Jinrai. But as you can see, when it hits, you do a heavy extender because he's standing. Because if he is crouched, it whips. So if they're standing and it hits, you do heavy. If they're crouched, you do a light extender. This can be cancelled into level 3. The one standing can also be cancelled into level 3, but you gotta be careful. Certain ranges, exactly the same. Doesn't make a difference. Still exactly the same. So the counter makes no difference, but we will get into the counters later.
All right, well, when we get to the counters now,
you've got to be ready to convert. Like if they, I actually
wonder if he has it somewhere.
A strategy to win a game against Nas and Claw at the Euro tournament thing, free lights, because we can do this, get the side switch. When I was talking about crouch and medium kick into Jinrai, drive rush crouch and medium kick into medium Jinrai is a true string. See the way he presses after one button? This is a true string, that's why he presses after it. So this is a true string. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So things that you can get off this counter hit. It is hard to do. It's a free jump in. Obviously, remember, you've always got to hold back on safe jumps. Burnout segments. Okay. Okay, so we don't want to fully completely takes the overhead mix-up out the equation. They can't do nothing about it. You will never get hit by an overhead. But mix-up out the equation. Doesn't come out. So this beats overhead. It doesn't come out if you do the low. And obviously, so this beats this completely takes the overhead mix-up out the equation. They can't do nothing about it. You will never get hit by an overhead. But
But it's only burnout pressure, right?
Kick into light, Jinrai, you get counter hit. You can tell the difference between lights and lights and heavies, but then you can start mashing level 1s in between it. Alright, goodbye. If you do level 1, then that wins. The level 1 will win. But if someone keeps doing this, which every Ken does, you just have to press a crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch wins. Crouching medium punch beats
That's unfortunate.
Jinrai dead. Jinrai maybe not so broken after all.
I don't. Would that work with
Just lab it,
Rashid's crouching medium punch?
Slab it.
Because his crouching medium punch isn't like Akuma's or Ryu's or whatever. It goes up at a diagonal. I'm not sure about its lateral range there. I wonder where is the segment where it's just like
But
if you're not in
do nothing
burnout.
sometimes and see what they do in retaliation. So you have a general idea of how they're gonna deal with Jinrai. But honestly, the majority of the time, people are gonna either do they're gonna do like this. You gotta do that, and then you just do a walk up grab to get the punish counter throw. Because people are gonna try and perfect parry the light extender like that. They're gonna be trying to do that. So that's a free punish counter throw. Just walk up. But obviously, as I said, you can do this as well.
Okay. Ooh, let's see here. Man, if only there was, before my small pea brain body, or pea brain, let's see. Okay, maybe this might be it.
What to do against Ken's Jinrai kicks. Light version only. Starting off with Jinrai low, which if you try to mash in between them, it's a frame trap, so don't bother hitting any buttons, it's not going to work. However, if you block the low, you can punish with crouching light kick. And if they aren't ready for it, medium SPD reaches, which you should do because trying to grab them after doesn't work. Now, if they're being scared and decide to block after, crouching medium kick won't be able to punish. They can even block crouching light punch as well. Now, this is a big risky move and it probably won't pay off for you, but you could try to going for a Siberian Express and make a fool out of yourself. I also forgot to mention, in between the Jinrai kicks, you can actually do both level 2 super and level 3 super. And these are really good because they cover all 3 options of Jinrai kick. Now to talk about what you can do if he does the Jinrai overhead, which there's a lot of options. You can do the standing light punch, you can mash grab like your life depends on it, you can give him the soft 3-hand touch, and if all those work, then you already know that crouching light kick works. And the thing I always try to do, even if it costs me the...
Okay. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead. Get into Street Fighter. Actually, let's see. So there's the music player. Where is Pow Pow Cafe? We need to put on some hype music here. Man, where is the... Ugh. Okay. Oh. Technically, in a way, so in the Season 3 patch, they did nerf Ken's throw loop. He technically still does have a throw loop, but it's a 1-frame throw loop. So you have to be pretty perfect on it. So realistically speaking, like people at my level probably aren't going to be able to do it consistently. So for sure, that'll be something to look out for. It's unfortunate though that technically throw loops are always active because they can just drive rush in. Just raw drive rush, but you know, we'll take what we can get. If they're gonna sacrifice a meter here and there to be able to get in and throw loop us, then so be it, right? Could be worse scenarios. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and replace Ryu with Ken. But man, you know, oh god. Again, come on, dog. But yeah, you know, here's the thing that I was kind of hoping for, was that if they are going to like nerf throw loops, that I would think that they would be a little bit more, you know, like liberal with the nerfs on the throw loops. Because if they were just trying to, you know, target specific characters, like if they want to keep, I guess like Dalsim's throw loop, I'm completely fine with that. If Dalsim has a throw loop, I'm fine, right? But, you know, some other characters that still have throw loops that I don't particularly like that they do, you know, like Akuma still has a good throw loop. Rashid technically still has a throw loop. It's a little bit harder, but it's a lot less harder compared to Ken. Who else has like a throw loop? I mean, pretty much most of the cast except for Honda and like Chun-Li, right? Because they have to use drive meter. I mean, I'll be honest. I think they should have. They definitely should nerf Rashid's throw loop, just because of the fact that before, like, you basically get a free strike, throw, or shimmy scenario, right? And I think if you're gonna play as Rashid, Rashid is played in a way where he's trying to do all these like crazy mix-ups. Like, this is pretty much his entire game plan, right? It does kind of reduce it in a very simplistic way if like another crazy aspect about his offense is just he just does this, right? And you know, if you try to interact with him, he might just be able to shimmy you and then, you know, just kill you, right? So I think Capcom was right to nerf Rashid's throw loop, just because of the fact that, you know, I don't think him being able to cover like all three defensive options against the opponent, right? You know, shimmy, throw, strike. Like, I don't think that's very fair for a character like him, right? I mean, if I'll be real, if Rashid's throw loop was the was like what had to be sacrificed so that this didn't get touched, I'm all for it, man. If Capcom was like, hey, if Rashid wants to keep his properties at level 2 untouched, then we'll just nerf his throw loop. So I'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a good trade on my account. But yeah, all right. So first off, just going ahead, heavy Genrai follow-up. So let's go ahead into record here. Okay. So just go ahead. Whoops. Okay. Whoops. Let's try that. He has to be a little bit. He has to walk back. He has to walk back. Oh yeah, I mean, it certainly does make your life easier if you have a throw loop, especially if you can shimmy out of that throw loop too. Like, man, if there was if there was one thing that I could teach, like a new player in this game, one of the things I would teach them instantly so that they could just climb to probably like diamond, you know, at least high diamond, is like them picking a character that can throw loot for free, right? Like I would tell them, hey, if you want a character that can carry you all the way to high diamond, pick Akuma, put your opponent into the corner, learn like a basic drive rush combo, and then just walk up throw, and then just like shimmy on the third throw attempt, right? And then you win the game, you know, like something like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, one thing about this game is that combos are relatively, you know, like easy-ish, because for like when I was learning things like Bison or Akuma, like I just had to watching like high level play, I just was able to intuit like what their combos are. Of course they're not optimal, right? Like I don't know like the kill combos where you use EX stomp with Bison, but you know, watching people like Dogura or who else was there? I'm like blanking. Oh yeah, Zhen, right? Where all they do with Bison is standing medium punch, crouching medium punch into the bomb, you know, medium bomb or whatever, and then they just kind of repeat that, right? Like there's just some characters that just have really like easy, simple combos that you could just, if you just watch like 1 or 2 matches, you'll be like, oh yeah, I can do that. I just have to press I have to press one button, and then the only thing I have to do as far as execution wise is knowing when I need to press down and the same button, right? So let's go ahead. Okay, I see. Okay. Obviously they'll do it. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's kind of okay as far as that goes, but yeah. So just whenever they do the heavy follow-up, just don't attempt to press buttons. All right. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and try all the Jinrai follow-ups. So So this is light Jinrai follow-ups, and this will be medium Jinrai. Whoops, maybe I should. Wait a minute, I'm doing it wrong. I'm fucking confusing myself. I was using light version of that. That is not the right thing to do there. So it'll be medium Jinrai, then this will be heavy Jinrai. Okay, so we have all different versions of Jinrai. So let's see here. Okay, so so I am +2 on overhead, +5 on the low. Can I punish from realistically around this range, I want to say? Sort of. No, too far away. Okay, so I'm too far away. Let's see here. So I actually, because you could stop, you don't need to, you need to commit to Jinrai, right? So let's see here. So let's see if I do this. Just hold back. Okay. Okay. Kind of expensive, but I mean, I guess at that point, like, it's probably fine, right? As far as an exchange goes, not dealing with Jinrai, just kind of sacrificing, like, probably like 2.5 bars of drive meter, because you're taking the block damage from the Jinrai, and you're using 2 bars of meter. That's fine. Okay, so realistically, that should be fine. I can just EXDP out of there. Wonder, does the frame data change? I want to see here. Negative 11. Whoops. Negative 7. Negative 2. So I think... So then does that mean... Probably means that Heavy Jinrai is the only one that I probably can't do the EXDP on, right? So let's just see here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I can't do it on Heavy Jinrai, but I guess in a sense it's like pretty obvious, I guess. I mean, I am +2 here. Let's see if... Nope, that does not work. Okay, so I guess that's probably the option select there. So any kind of Jinrai, at least light and medium, I can just EXDP without any worries, because it beats out the low option and it beats out the medium option, and then of course, you know, the heavy option, it's gonna whiff on me or whatever. So let's see, 2LK. Maybe we can try that. So let's see here. I could mash crouching light kick, that's for sure. Wonder, does that work with light Jinrai here? Okay. Light Jin, well... I guess it kind of depends, because the thing is that realistically, Kens are probably going to be doing it around like this range, right? Okay. Let's see. I guess crouching light kick is something to look into. I guess the thing is for me is that's probably going to be a good option if I'm like pretty close to burning out, right? I'll probably want to use that as an option if I'm like 1.5 drive meters, right? The thing is that the reason why I guess I'm kind of defaulting into EX Mixer is that it probably hits at, it doesn't matter where the range is, I suppose, because crouching light kick might not reach because, you know, again, Ken players are probably going to, you know, not do it like point blank crouching medium kick into Jinrai. Yeah, it can't cancel. Maybe if I were to go automatically for, let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Well, if I'm doing, if that being the case, then I wonder if I can just do mash jab instead, because no, that does look like that jab might be slightly less. Yeah, okay, so crouching light kick does have more reach than crouching jab. Let's see here. I mean, more than likely it has more range, right? So that's crouching light kick. Yeah, so I mean, standing jab probably has more reach. Yeah, let's try to check it out then. Let's see if he's just slightly. No, unfortunately, it's too far away. Yeah, oof, man. Well, let's just try to check and see at least the overhead option. Yeah, still too far away. That being the case, maybe if I were to just use standing jab instead? Then the question is what's the frame advantage on that? Oops. So I'm +8. If I'm +8, what can I get off of that? Oh, okay. I think maybe towards medium punch might work out. Okay. There we go. Bam. All right. That's something to look out for. More than likely, though, that this will be something I will do if I'm close to burnout. If I were to use my EX mixer, that I would put myself in a burnout. So more than likely, I'll use the standing jab into forward medium punch as an option if I'm like, you know, probably around like half of my drive bar gone. Oh yeah, man. Thanks for the sweet tips, dog. I mean, you know, sometimes I always just want to go for the most simple and easy solution, which is EX Mixer, but sometimes you gotta get that extra layer in, because, you know, you're not gonna have drive meter all the time, or have the ability to spend it, you know, spend it consistently like that. So yeah. All right, so let's just try to practice a little bit. Okay. I wonder if that's gonna be the same thing. I know maybe I can. I know I got counter hit last time. Nope. Let's see here. Well, he was doing overhead. Okay, yeah. So I definitely cannot interrupt if he does medium Jinrai. What would happen if he does heavy? Oof. Oops. Nope. The heavy Jinrai, it almost feels like I could probably option select it somewhere, but that might be asking a little too much, because I would have to immediately like press the standing button. No. I mean, you know, certainly, you know, the options there. The standing jab at least does beat, you know, the overhead follow-ups. That's for sure. It's just now I'm risking the light kick Jinrai follow-ups, because the jab does beat the light version. It doesn't beat medium, and I mean with heavy, like, I'm not getting the jab out because he has I'm in the block string, so the jab doesn't come out, so it's not like a totally like bad sort of situation, right? It's just, you know, I have to be much more quicker on the draw and like immediately like blocking low. I might have to fuzzy it or something, I'm not quite sure, but there might, let's see here, see if this works. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can option select it there then. Oh well. Well, I mean, it's certainly something to think about for sure when it comes to the Jinrai follow-ups. But yeah, it looks like that the easiest option is probably just going to do EX Mixer on pretty much all of the options. Because the thing about EX Mixer is that it does beat the, except for the heavy one. If they were to just do Jinrai with no follow-up, it'll beat everything, except for the heavy. And the heavy seems like pretty, I mean, it looks pretty, like, how would I say, like, obvious. Whoops. Yeah, like, I think I can realistically react to how slow that is, so I'll be able to know like that's a heavy, and so I'll just have to wait until after they attempt to go for like a follow-up to do the EXDP. But yeah, all right. We only have about 10-12ish minutes left, so we're going to need to just do a quick little glance at Akuma. The nice thing about it is that I do play Akuma for fun, so it's not completely like a whoops, sound effects. That's not the right one. There we go. So it's not completely a wash that I'm not someone who doesn't know what they're doing with Akuma. So more than likely, just like a quick glance at whoopsie daisies. A quick glance here. Well, we can look at NL. Yeah, all right.
The future of your business.
Okay, so this one we
with
can.
Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities. For more customization, more.
So we can replace this with. Oops. So I think for sure some things that I'll definitely need to study up on though is Demon Flip. I'll need to be a little bit more prepared against Demon Flip. And then I need to also look out for what was it? His quarter circle back stuff. Especially like Drive Rush into heavy quarter circle back punch. That for sure is probably going to eat me alive if I get baited into doing some sort of like drive check and Akuma stops his momentum midway. And then his fireballs are also kind of annoying as well. Okay. I guess that must be a meaty there then if he goes for back heavy kick. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. What did we just see there? We saw... Okay, so... Crouching jab whiff into meaty fireball. Ooh. That's gonna be kind of tricky. Man, he has meaty fireball setups too. Alright, well, we'll just have to deal with that. Back throw. Okay, so he does... I do see a lot of Akumas going for that, which is the target combo of standing medium into heavy, into fireball. I wonder if you could... wonder if that's a true block string there. Then of course, standing heavy punch, the classic. Just a very annoying button. Overhead. So all I'm really seeing here is like standing heavy punch, doing the medium punch, heavy punch target combo, it looks like, and the fireball. Not using demon flip a lot here though. So maybe I don't really need to worry about it that much. Okay. That was a misinput. Okay. We'll probably have to take a look more at Akuma later down the line. Because, boy. All I really learned was that boy go in. And if he gets hit on you, you dead. Well. Anyway, though. That was at least somewhat enlightening. I was able to, you know, like have some knowledge going on. At least it did help me a little bit more with the Ryu stuff. Ken as well, and then, I mean, you know, I already have like a general understanding of Akuma, so it wasn't necessarily like all that bad that I wasn't able to kind of focus on him all for very long. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing the same thing, but we're gonna be doing more characters. I don't know which ones. I'll probably have to think about it, but for sure we're gonna be trying to cram in more characters. So yeah. I will see you all the next time. Thank you very much for dropping by, everyone. Cammy Ed? That does sound good, Cammy Ed. I do be getting washed against Edge, that's for sure. But yeah, I'll thanks for coming by, Case. I'll see you in Ninzi's chat, you know. But yeah, thanks again for coming by. I'll be coming back tomorrow.